Sauce.
Welcome back to another episode of The Rundown, Coyotes. I'm Tristan King, and it's so good to be back. Before we jump into it, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag Do you think your fit is fly? Rundown's own Serena Castillo and Elisa Espinoza caught up with some students on campus that think they have style that shows.
If you find the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit.
How did I get in my style? I think I got in my style mostly because my mom, I just have a lot of clothes and then I was kind of using them kind of like just to wear them. And then my mom's like, hey, you can do this and this. And I thought it was weird. And then I started doing it and I just found what I liked.
My style is just a bunch of random styles compiled into like one. So it was a lot of just experimenting and seeing what I liked and watching something and then being like, oh, I like that, and then I'm gonna wear that. Or just having like a vibe and just being like, okay, I like that.
I think my freshman year, sophomore year, I think it was sophomore year, I became friends with just like more of like the upperclassmen in theater, and I like their style, so I just kind of got into that, and then I just found my style and I really like it now.
I think one of my hardest pieces to style in my wardrobe specifically is my full body corset, or it's an underbust one, but it's a lot longer. And it's just fine to find, like, it's hard to find a shirt that fits underneath it nicely, or a dress that like really flows with it naturally. But it's really like cute and like cool, and I'm just like, I love it.
Nowadays, I think most hardest option is mask, because sometimes I just get lazy and put the same mask on when I have like maybe a different color or something. And yeah, just a mask, because most of the time you forget it, or you just end up using a paper one because you're lazy.
I don't really know. I don't think it's like hard to style things. I think sometimes it's finding colors that go together. I don't think anything's too hard to style for me personally.
Most expensive item I have is probably my Air Forces that I don't wear because I don't want them to break. Like I wore them junior year, and then the sole started kind of falling off a little bit, like one piece like on the side. So I glued them and I just haven't touched them because I don't want them to break again.
I have this really pretty like red like ball gown. It was like almost $300.
That I've bought my Docs, they're $150. That I've been gifted, this like wool trench coat. It's around like $400, I believe. Like the price of it. It was given to me, so I was like, dodge that bullet.
After almost 5 years since the last one, The Rundown is finally producing a 2021 lip dub. There has been a Google Form sign up to participate that has been sent to your school email. We're looking for clubs, sports, staff, teachers, and students in person and virtual to join. This will be an after-school event. Last day to sign up is today. It will be held May 13th at 12 p.m. in front of the CPAC. See you guys there.
We've got plenty of amazing artists on campus. Rundown's Tenley Davison got the chance to catch up with the art department and see what's new.
I'm Tenley Davison, and this is a segment about the art department at our school. I hope you enjoy.
I'm Miss DeQuattro. I'm the drawing and painting and AP teacher here at Combs High School. So I wanted to be an art teacher when I was in high school because I was really close with my own art teacher. I ended up coming in during my lunches for a few weeks, and we designed a project together. And she was the one that kind of put the bug in my ear. I should look into teaching if I wanted to continue something in the arts field after high school. So that's what I did, and then I stuck with it.
My name is Mrs. Van Bueller. I became an art teacher. There's kind of a lot of reasons, and everything just kind of came together perfectly, but One, I'm really passionate about all arts, like drawing and painting and ceramics and woodworking. I like being creative, and I like that it's like the perfect outlet for it. I get really excited when I help students discover that they are good at art. Those are actually like my favorite students, are those that come into my class that are like, oh, I suck at art, I hate art, I'm not good at it, and it's like, challenge accepted. I plan on convincing you that you're actually good at this.
I also wanted to interview a few students to ask about their experiences with being an artist.
Well, I've been doing art for, I'd say about 7 years, because as a kid I'd always like draw pictures. I thought all the colors all together, how they blended, how like two colors would make another color. I thought that was fascinating to me, and I thought it was so amazing. I really like to do abstract art. I like the look of it, I like the feel of it.
I am Victoria Huddleston. I've been like kind of a little artist since I was in kindergarten. I decided to do art this semester, and I like it a lot. I feel like I can express how I feel. I draw a lot, not really realistic, it's all cartoon, and yeah.
I'm Tinley Davison, reporting for The Rundown.
Miss Palonzo is an English teacher in her first year at Combs. Rundown's favorite dynamic duo, Carly and Carly, got to head over to the 400 building to learn more about her life. Enjoy.
私は Ashley Palonzo です。English. Hey, I'm Miss Palonzo. A lot of my students call me Miss P. I love English class, and I hope that everybody in my English classes enjoys it and has fun. Originally, I'm from New York, but I've lived in Arizona for a little while. I went to a couple of colleges, but primarily I attended Northern Arizona University. I think that teaching is like 90% stand-up comedy and 10% like actual knowledge. And so it gives me the opportunity to like stand up and be crazy in front of you guys and get you to actually enjoy what we're learning. And that's like my favorite part, is when somebody comes up to me and is like, I actually understood what we were reading for the first time ever, at like my first time ever reading something. So that's always the best part for me. So teaching during a pandemic is really hard because I like being around you guys. And it's hard when you're like stuck up here, or, you know, walking through and not being able to like stay in one spot for a little while. That's hard. In my family life, when I was younger, I have a sister. She's 5 years older than me. I have parents, you know, mom and a dad, the normal kind. I mean, they're pretty normal to me. A little strict. I'm married now, so I have a husband. That's like an added bonus. So when I was a kid, I always had a book with me wherever we were. My sister did horseback riding, and I would like sit there with a book. So I like learning languages. That's a big hobby for me. I also started to learn how to play the guitar, which is kind of cool because I've always wanted to. And I also enjoy, as a hobby, drawing and reading. And writing. If I had any advice for the students at Combs, it would be make sure you're wearing your masks correctly. And, you know, have fun with English. English it's a fun subject. And the more you read and the more that you learn about what you're reading, the more you kind of understand the rest of the world. So embrace it.
Hey teachers, this week is Teacher Appreciation Week, and from all of us on The Rundown, we are so grateful for all of you guys.
More schools across America are including the CTE programs in their curriculum than not. Here's a quick showcase to show off the programs our school has to offer.
So the main focus of CTE, I think, is just to prepare kids for careers outside of high school. You know, we all have different career focuses, but I recognize that a good chunk of the kids that are in my newspaper and TV productions classes may not enter into that career field, but it's my goal to make sure they're at least ready for the workforce when they exit the classes.
The main focus of the nursing assistant program is to prepare students for their future, to become professionals in the healthcare field while they're in high school.
What careers could students make out of this course in the future?
Well, they can graduate from high school with their CNA, a certified nursing assistant, or a licensed nursing assistant, and from there they could become a registered nurse, an x-ray technician, a phlebotomist, an RN, a midwife. There's many career paths they could pursue. We have a group of students who every year who pass the state board exam and who go on to work in this profession.
I'd say the main focus of my class is learning how to use cameras and light to capture the best images that you possibly can in any given situation. Within photography, there's lots of subsets. You could shoot for sports, work for a sports team. You could also do wedding photography, which is very lucrative. You can do smaller things like family portraits and senior picture stuff, which you can it's a nice little part-time gig that some people can do. You also can shoot. It can lead into other careers, like in the police force if you want to go into maybe forensics and things like that. It used to be you could specialize in just being a photographer, but now you kind of have to do everything. I have students that shoot weddings, do senior stuff. I've had some do some magazine covers. It just depends on how hard you want to work, because it's really a self-driven profession. That's one of the great parts about photography, is as much as you want to put in is as much as you're going to get out.
I teach the medical assisting program, which is basically the same courses that you would take in a vocational school after high school, except that we get to do it now. So by the time my students graduate, they will have their medical assisting certification and will be able to actually get to work as a medical assistant directly after graduation. This course is primarily directed towards the medical assisting profession. Now that can go into a number of different outlets, but it's the same basic education, but then they can find kind of what their niche is and what they prefer, if it's pediatrics, obstetrics, whatever it may be.
We have my programs that prepare kids for careers in the communications field, either television or print, but then we have graphic design that's preparing people for that industry, medical professions, sports medicine, preparing kids for those types of fields. But even deeper than that, I think we're just trying to prepare students for life outside of high school in general. How to be responsible, how to work as a team, how to work on deadline, how to be respectful to your colleagues, so that when you're out of high school in 4 years, you have a better understanding of what the workplace looks like than people that didn't participate in CTE classes.
Teachers, if you have any announcements you'd like to share before the school year is over, check your school emails for the Google form. We're always looking for any new updates to add in our daily announcements to keep our students updated. Attention all boys interested in playing boys basketball this summer. There will be a conference meeting in Coach Vignes's room on May 13th.
Many students on campus are very musically inclined. Although there's not many clubs for students with these talents to enjoy, senior Cade Olson has found his joy in the strings of his guitar.
Cade Olson is a senior here at Combs High with a unique talent of playing the guitar. This week, he told the Rundown just why he loves it so much.
I think my oldest memory was my dad playing guitar. It's always been a part of my life. Every camp out, plays around the fire, it's just always been there, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. And when I was a kid, it was so hard for me to do it, just because I didn't want to do it, because it's hard. But then as I got older, I picked it up pretty quick, and I don't know, it's really fun. I like it.
For musically talented students like Cade, there aren't many programs offered by the school to express their ability. Nonetheless, Cade has found an outlet for his love of music.
I always try to have fun with guitar. I have a lot of buddies that play guitar too. So every Wednesday we try to get together and jam out, and it's normally really fun. We have a lot of people who show up, and it's really awesome. I love it. There's nothing better. Everybody's sitting around in a circle playing guitar. It's so awesome.
You got a special name for that little get-together?
Oh, yeah, bro. Puller Pop and Bop all day long, man. Go and get our Puller Pop after school, and go and jam out. Dude, anything. I like playing anything and everything. If I hear a song, I'll be like, that's dope, and I'll go and learn it and play it. I take requests. I do. It's just something I like doing. I like the challenge. I like not knowing something and overcoming it and learning how to beat it and do it. You know, that's what I like doing. I like the challenge. See, I don't know that. I feel like I have a lot of things. I have these hobbies, you know, like I'll get really into something and then the next week, not so much. But one thing that's been staying consistent for me has been guitar. So I'll have all these random hobbies and I'll get into all that stuff, but one thing I can always fall back on is being able to play guitar. And I don't know, that's it.
Sick.
Attention all runners, if you are interested in cross country for fall of 2021, please come to an informational meeting on May 14th during conference in the small gym with Coach Reeves. If any girls are interested in playing indoor soccer and staying in shape to play in season, on Fridays from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. they are having friendlies and small-sided games at the Barney Sports Complex. To play you need a waiver and it is $5 each Friday you play. They will be playing all summer. Please contact Coach Olson at colson@jocombs.org.
We hope you have enjoyed this episode of The Rundown. Join us next time for the last episode of the school year. Have a wonderful day, remember who you are, and rock on, Coyotes.